Hello, and thank you for joining us once again at belovedreigns.com. This is Elijah Bolden yet again, going over one of our first of many tutorials. This one is going to be on BileWorks 8, and this is for those of you who may have heard of biblical interlinear software or biblical study software, or for those of you who have never even heard of it at all. This is going to be just a quick overview to let you experience some of the things that you can expect, and we'll go over some of the types of software that you will be able to receive. The one that we're looking at right now is a program that I think is very user-friendly and very easy to use. It doesn't take a lot of know-how to use just on the surface. But it also can be used in so many ways, and it only costs a few $100s. There are other software programs that are out there that are completely free that you can download and acquire today at no cost to you, and we're going to go over those two in another video. And then there are very in-depth software that actually gives you maps and sermons and teachers that are right there with you, guiding you through every step of the way, and those cost a few $1,000s, and hopefully we'll be able to go over those as well. But for right now, we're just going to start with this one because we think that for the price and for what it offers, it is extremely valuable, extremely user-friendly, and we're just going to go over some of those things quickly. So as you can see, obviously there's three columns: the left, the middle, and the right, and each one of these columns has a specific purpose. In the middle, you can load any type of biblical translation that you wish. So any Bible, whether it be the King James, as you see that I have in English at the top, or under it the New American Standard. And then since we know that the original Old Testament was written in Hebrew and the New Testament was written in Greek, because we're in the New Testament, Acts 4:13, you can also see three variations that I've selected for the Greek text to study the original text, or the closest thing to the original text. And then also what's good is for those of you who are not native English speakers, you don't have to worry. The Bible also does come in many other languages. So as you can see, as I scroll down here, I have a Thai version of this scripture as well. So let's start with the column over to the left. And I know that the column to the right, as I move the mouse, is going to start to jump around and do what seems to be a bunch of crazy things, but try to bear with me for just a moment. The column to the left is really, it's an amazing tool to have, because if you're looking and reading and you come across a word and you want to study it more, you want to, let's say you want to learn, you really want to dive in and you want to learn more about Peter. Well, I can simply double click Peter, and everywhere that Peter's name appears in the Bible, it's going to give me that scripture, and then I can just click on the scripture and pull it up here. And what you're seeing as I move my mouse, these boxes that are underneath the English version, is the Greek word that was used to translate into the English. And then also, if I go down to the Greek, I can see the Greek word and the definition of it. Now, what you're seeing over to the right is, as I move my mouse, what's jumping around over here is an active lexicon. And a lexicon, the simplest way to put it, is a dictionary for the Greek and Latin languages. So over to the right, you can see that as I'm moving my mouse, any word that I would like to look up or get more understanding of is in full definition with references over to the right and the right column. Now, if I want to move my mouse and I don't want to, I want to stay on that word, you know, I really want to get that word, but I want to look at something else, I just simply hold down the shift key and I can move my mouse and the lexicon stays still, and as soon as I let off the shift key, it'll start to move around to whatever word that I'm going on. So another quick tool guide that I think is phenomenal is, we're going to go over here and let's say that we want to we want to learn more about grace. We really want to learn more about grace. So we're going to just type in grace, and we're going to see everywhere that grace appears in the Bible, and it's going to be right here, and I can pull this up and move this around. I can even keep this open while I'm looking at other texts. So that's something that's really useful. And, you know, as you start to do some more research, you will definitely find that useful. I can even add it somewhat like another column over here to the right. So let's say I don't just want to look at grace alone. I want to look at where grace and Jesus are combined in the same scripture. So I just simply click Jesus, and it will now show me in blue all the scriptures where Jesus and grace are in the Bible together. And I can simply click a scripture, and it appears right here in the middle column, and I can do research. So for those of us who are not don't know the Bible verbatim, verse for verse for verse, or scripture for scripture, this is a key tool that allows you to look up anything and everything. And then if you don't want to look up in everything or a word or a definition in the entire Bible, you can simply click here, and it will show you, you can pick your own chapters or your own verses that you would like to search in. So, you know, basically, like I said, this is really quick. We're going to have more in-depth videos later on, but this is just an overview for those of you who have never really got a hands-on feel or have never really dabbled with any of this software. Why is it so useful, and what makes it so great? And one, you can search and do more research in less time. You have more tools that are available to you. You can research the biblical scriptures in their original form, which is monumental, because as we know, the translations of the Bible are translations from the original text, or the closest to the original text. And you know, depending on what version you're using, sometimes that can vary based on words. That can lead you to think it's one thing and it's really another thing. So, you know, you really kind of want to look at the original text for yourself and study that. And there's plenty of help, plenty of guides that allows you to just plug away at this software and learn so much more. And it opens scripture, I believe, in a whole new way. What you're looking at over to the right is the source of the version of the biblical scripture that I'm currently on. I'm going to hold the shift key again so it doesn't move. And you know, there's plenty of PDFs, there's plenty of how-tos, there's plenty of guides. And another great thing about this software, for those of you who are teachers or just want to learn this for yourself or want to make a PowerPoint presentation, anything in here you can simply copy and paste it. So you can, you know, copy it directly to Word, you can put it to PowerPoint, you can copy it to your clipboard, excuse me, and paste it anywhere that you want. So even if you were trying to teach the original text, you wouldn't have to worry about having to change your keyboard over to a Greek so that you can type in Greek, which we'll show you how to do. It's very simple, it's easy. We'll also do that in another tutorial. Or Hebrew, but this allows you to just directly copy and paste the sources as well. So, you know, there's so much. This is, you know, really just a short, quick video, but there's so much more that we're going to dive into specifically. So if you have any direct questions, anything that you would like to ask, or you specifically would like some information, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe and comment, and we'll try to answer those as fast as we can. If you're on belovedreigns.com, just simply comment underneath the video and we will try to respond as soon as possible. So thank you once again for spending some time with us. We know this was a quick and short review, but we will definitely get a lot more in depth later on in the future. Hope to speak to you soon, and have a good day.